So, what are you saying, carbon tax?
Like what carbon tax is a really good idea. I mean, all the stuff that we have on our table right now is made with oil, but none of that cost, none of the environmental cost from making this stuff was put into these products. And a carbon tax basically puts the real cost of things on products and services. So, I mean, people respond to feedback. If you get negative feedback, you don't do something so much. And if you get positive feedback, you do it more. That's just how humans work. That's what game design is. That's why I'm good at anything I do. I was a game designer for a long time. Anyway. And a carbon tax is basically just the appropriate amount of feedback on the system. So people can buy the lower impact bottle of wine or stem glasses because they are made in a less polluting way.
How do you solve that with regular poverty and people who can't, who don't have choices?
Sounds like a workers' revolution.
No, but how do you sell that
negative
like?
way?
They're like.
But we
hey,
we have.
You made this shit cost more.
We have product options.
And now you will pay me.
Yeah.
Where I'm
how
at
do we
job.
deal? Like, there are people who don't have supermarkets in their neighborhoods, and they.
That's technical. Yeah.
How do they? How like
the food desert?
Doesn't that hurt them?
So you're worried about food and product service prices going up on poor people?
Right.
Right.
We can't avoid them, or like
or
people,
underemployed.
Yeah, or just people who aren't who don't have the ability to say, okay, I'll get that wine or I'll get that
It's more like
rutabaga that was.
we don't eat lunch for 2 weeks.
I don't know. I imagine we'd move some money around and make it easier for them. You're around government. How do we make things easier for poor people?
We don't.
That's not an
it's
agenda.
Not a priority.
It's not.
That's at all on the table.
So that's
we're
the
gonna
second
have to do
argument
that
to
too,
the that's the second argument to the don't tax me, you hippie
Yeah.
argument. Like is
Of course, you can afford expensive cheese that's with a carbon.
it's a
footprint
limousine
price.
liberal.
No, I mean, honestly.
Did they say the same thing when people were like, "Oh, we're poisoning our streams and our soil"? I mean, oh, you're gonna
it's different.
put a Dow Chemical out of business and I can't get my medicine
But
anymore?
it's different
I'm one of those
because you're not
people
you're not hearing people going shopping.
I'm one of
for
those
food,
people who
like-
believes that this country has the money to do whatever it wants. We waste our money on shit that we think is important, but is important to a so small group of people who has the money, and it's just preposterous. But I don't know what the revolutionary moment is that's going to change that from happening. I think that as you move through this journey, and as it becomes more political for you, you will find yourself a friend and ally and advocate for campaign finance reform.
Always have been.
But in a very real way, because, I mean...
I think I saw a report that said, at least in New York or wherever the study was done, it would cost like $2 or $3 per person to publicly finance it. And it would solve so many problems. But
Finance what?
like
Public
campaigns. Publicly financed campaigns instead of letting outside donors fund campaigns. It's all funded by the government and people that run.
A constitutional amendment, I think, before that can happen.
That would be nice. Let's do that.